Well, good afternoon. Welcome to the Lions of the Desert podcast. I'm Shoeshine Mike, coming live here from Detroit Coney Grill. David Nager, the owner of the Detroit Coney Grill, will be joining me in a few moments. We've got to talk about the Tigers. The Tigers are doing just insanely. And then we also have to talk about game by game. The schedule release was last night. The Lions have a heavy duty schedule, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me do this first. Some of our sponsors and subscribers, say hello to them. First off, we're here live from Detroit Coney Grill. Dave Nager has been nothing but great to this podcast. He takes care of us. He takes care of me. And we're live every Thursday at 3 o'clock right here in the grill. Come on down. Talk about your team. Talk about sports. Talk about anything you want to talk about. We're right here. This is fun. It's a wonderful setting here in the restaurant. We're right here at 6953 North Hayden Road, okay, in Scottsdale. Beautiful Scottsdale. And the phone number for here, if you want to get some orders to go or you want to order ahead and see how things are, 480-597-4300. 480-597-4300. Now, we also just opened another place in Gilbert, Detroit Coney Grill in Gilbert. And people come up here for the games. It's more fun up here. It's more packed with Lions fans. We have a great time. We will be here July 31st for the Hall of Fame game between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. I still want to say San Diego, though, but they do have Jim Harbaugh, and that'd be a whole different ballgame there. That's it. At 1422 West Warner Road, call them if you want something ahead of time. I can give that address again, 1422 West Warner Road in Gilbert. And their phone number is 480-272-9842. All Lions games will be called play-by-play starting Sunday, July 31st. Our first game. Do all preseason games too, but the season starts with the Lions in Green Bay at 2 o'clock in the afternoon here at the grill, okay? And we'll have such a good time. The Hall of Fame game will be the Chargers and the Lions, and we'll make sure we have that there, okay? And I'm telling you what, it's just been so good. So shout out to QB Development, Barty and Bart, our Brad, pardon me, are there to take care of everything you want. Give them a call at 602-830-9755. Faith-based, beautiful 6-step program for development and building for anything you need done in construction. Okay? I am joined now by my main fellow Lions fan in the whole wide world, David Nager, the owner. There we are.
We're good. We're good.
Let's do this.
I don't have the voice that you have, so I gotta. The looks gotta be.
I have to try with the voice. You know that. Oops. Yeah, I'm on.
I'm gonna try to get us on here a little bit. You don't have to go nowhere.
Let's do this. Now we're gonna get to one Lions fans call game. The Tigers are driving me crazy right now.
Driving you crazy.
Oh,
this is the greatest feeling we've had in
a long since '84.
We went to the World Series when Maglio's shots.
That
you know what I mean?
shot.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah. Okay, I got to give them that one.
And then we had the 3 Cy Young pitchers on the same staff, and then St. Louis somehow find a way of beating us 2-1 every game.
I could not believe that game.
You remember that one?
And Verlander did everything he could. David Price did everything he could. That was it. And what? We had the old Blue Eyes himself, Max Scherzer there too.
Yep. One blue, one green.
That's right. And Maglio.
I just got told by one of our favorite Chicago Bears fan. He goes, did you hear what happened with Caleb Williams? What's going on with Caleb Williams?
There was an article, there's a book written that he did not want to go in the draft. He was trying to bypass it. And I think that's probably what you're hitting up on there. Yeah, saw it way around going to the Chicago Bears because his parents and his family said going to Chicago is like, going to Detroit back in the day, I guess. So,
So it has been deemed, the graveyard for quarterbacks. Yeah. But
Ben
things
Johnson's
change.
there.
Listen, the Lions' future has changed. We used to be,
we were that same place he's talking about there.
I tell Chicago Bear fans that you guys are where we used to be.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's
they
true.
Are.
It's so
Ownership
true.
sucks.
Bingo.
GM sucks. Everything. No one cares. You know what I mean?
No free agents have come to Detroit. Or Chicago now.
Not just that. What's happened is the fans keep going. So the ownership's like, who cares?
We're
still making money. Who cares?
Because they're such loyal, like us.
Just like us.
Chicago
has some great fans.
The
Blackhawk fans are great fans.
Oh, on the radio show Saturday, I'm on AM 1100 KFNX, the Pulse of Arizona. The Shoeshine Mike Radio Hour, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. But we were talking this week about when we beat the Rams, and I was talking about when we were on here for our first playoff game in 40 years, and how crazy and exuberant and in tears people were because we finally were a winner.
We finally
got a winner. but we got a winner right now that leads the entire major leagues at 29-15.
It's gonna be the first team to 30, and we haven't gotten to 30 in 45 games. I don't ever remember that. I remember there was a 35-5 stretch.
That was the 84. That was the 84 World
ridiculous,
Series.
ridiculous.
Which Kirk Gibson had a good time with Goose Gossage.
Do you remember how that went down?
I
where
sure
Goose
do.
is like, I
He's
want to
gonna
pitch him.
pitch you.
I
He wants to pitch you,
own him.
Sparky.
Yeah. And then Sparky did one of these, like, hit
Yeah.
it.
Hit that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It was
like you
the
got
whole
the green light.
The goosebumps.
You
The
got
whole
the green. You
sequence
got the
was-
green. I'll never forget that.
Oh my God.
You said it. He's like, he wants to pitch to you. He's like, hit. He was like, swing. Like, you got the green light.
And Lance Parrish is going, hit the ball, sissy. You know, he's yelling at him. All the guys are giving him raps.
But
he pitched to him because Goose Gossage is that kind of mentality as Kirk Gibson is.
Yeah.
I'm going to play.
Okay,
You know?
let's talk about something else. Let's talk about what a great time it is right now to be a Detroit sports fan in general.
In general, just start with the pitching staff. Start with Screwball, Flaherty,
The best.
Greg Olson,
Screwball is the best pitcher in
and
the game.
Jackson Joby.
Screwball is the
Rookie
best
of the
pitcher
year.
in the game.
And we got a rookie of the year in there.
Yeah.
We do,
Yeah.
you know. And Craig Mize. Mize is doing well too. He got hurt though. He got
But
hurt a little bit, but he'll be all right.
Mike, we're scoring 10 runs, 6 runs. They're not at once on a
Walk-offs.
regular basis. The
Walk-offs
back-to-back
are like
walk-offs
getting
against
common.
the Red Sox are just so great.
When Javi Baez hit that 3-run home
Remember
run.
when everyone wrote Javi Baez off?
Seriously,
He's the worst player on the team. He's the worst. He doesn't belong on a major league roster.
Look at the
This and
stats from 1 year to now. Right?
Yeah.
Last year he batted 189.
Do you remember?
This year he's batting 384.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right? He's got 10 home runs now. He had 3 last year.
No one wanted him. No
And
one
then-
wanted him on the team.
Why do you think the move to center field was it? Because he's
It's
playing
that,
center field like a
The
star.
way he's hitting the ball is a lot different. He must have got a new hitting coach.
He had to.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something
We don't care what it was. We don't care what it was. He's hitting that ball and he's knocking it out. But then you look at Kerry Carver. Then you're looking at Spencer Torkelson with 11 home runs.
And you know, us in
Cole
Arizona,
Keith.
we love that.
Oh,
for him to
ASU boy.
ASU
ASU.
boy, baby.
ASU used to be the same nut as Detroit was in Chicago. We were just talking about.
Yes.
Nobody wanted to go
Nobody
to ASU in
would
the
go.
desert.
Nope,
Nobody
nobody
wanted to
would
go to
go.
the desert.
Didn't
So
matter how
Jake
nice
Snake
it was.
turned up.
Jake
Plummer.
That's true. Yeah.
Jake Plummer
Jake
turned
Plummer,
up, and then that changed it. But you look at the team too, and everybody hits. Everybody hits. Everybody from Todd Sweeney. Just hits after hits after hits. We started a 3-game series with the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow night. Okay, I think we'll do just fine. I'm not even worried about it. I think we'll be the first to 30. We'll be the first to 30.
It's not even a question. We're going to be 30 tomorrow.
I know. After we win tomorrow
No,
night
yeah.
against Toronto.
Yeah.
That just keeps going and going. So we got to have that because the exuberance is wonderful. And by the way, yes, Co-America Park, Tiger Stadium,
Oh.
is packed every night. They show up. It's
They
packed.
show up.
Downtown is doing just as good as they do during Lions games.
Beautiful.
Oh my God!
Beautiful.
And then when the Pistons are in the playoffs, same thing.
Yeah.
Downtown is it's revived.
We
It's
haven't
totally-
got a chance. It's my first time on for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed you guys all. Missed everybody. But,
Yeah.
you knew I was coming back soon. Lions
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
starting to ramp
That's
up.
all-
We got
that's
some
all I
stuff
had
to
to do.
talk about. We got a schedule to talk about. We got some draft picks to talk about. We got some stuff to talk about.
We're
And-
going to go here. So
Yeah.
let's just go follow my lead because we're going to have some fun here. Plus, the fact I texted David this morning and said, I'm going to be on the air with the schedule. You coming down? He says, I will do my best. He was here 10 minutes before it started.
I had to.
Let's go to work. The draft. So let's start with the draft. You and I were very heavy on the draft. I think Talib Williams, defensive tackle from that other place, from that other school, I think he's going to be a star.
In Brad Holmes, we trust.
Oh, my God. And everybody was knocking that again.
I knocked the Jameer Gibbs only because you
Yeah.
don't draft a running back at that high. But
But,
I was wrong. He was right. And, we were all wrong.
we were all wrong because
yeah.
and all 4 of those picks were rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year nominated, right?
Yeah.
It was Jameer Gibbs, Jack Campbell, Brian Branch,
all-
Sam
all the above.
Laporta.
So,
I mean, good Lord.
with the Williams pick,
Yeah.
Brad Holmes is doing something. I don't know what it is. And everyone is like, go get Clowney. Go get Clowney. He might. But I will tell
He
you
might
this.
still even get Smith.
So you're right. Yeah.
He might
Bring
still
him
even
back
get
too.
Severe. And there's
Let me tell you how that works.
And Trey Hendrickson is up in the market.
We're not going to be able to afford him.
I don't think so either. But
Here's why. He's a 3-year, $90 million minimum. You got to pay Hutch.
Okay. See you later. No, we keep
Gotta
Hutch.
pay Hutch.
We pay Hutch.
Okay, now watch this.
Uh-huh.
With the emergence of Williams, now DJ Reader all of a sudden is expendable.
Yes.
Now, if you get rid of Reader and you replace Reader's contract
Uh-huh.
with the Williams, you're freeing up more money.
That's true.
If you don't go get Zadarius Smith, and I'm not saying that Clowney is better, I'm just
But he's
saying
there.
Clowning is a seasoned veteran that
Right.
could give you a minimum of 7-8 sacks. And not just that, you have to account for him being out there.
Okay.
So
Then let's
now,
go to another
wait.
draft pick.
Hold on.
You might be beating me there.
Hold on.
Because I love this kid.
Now you got Williams on Hutchison's side.
Right.
They're going to double team Hutchison. This
Oh.
Williams kid will eat anybody up one-on-one.
And you got
He
Lane
slipped to the
McNeil
ball.
right next to him.
Exactly. In 4 weeks, and Lopez is going to be a great substitute in there until we get so you know where I'm going with this.
Exactly.
Now there is money to go get you either Smith back with Clowney
Okay.
or go get a dog.
Just a
At the-
total dog.
Total dog. And let me tell you something. Once the mid-season comes and the pass rushers don't need to have as much chemistry with other people. They're almost on an island by themselves.
That's true. I go
You
along
just
with
need
that.
them to be a pass rusher and a run stopper at the same
Well, that's
time.
where Williams comes in.
That's where Williams comes
He
in.
just
That's
had
right.
so
He
many
is.
run stops.
And he can get now, man. Okay, you're a center now, and you're looking right, and you see him,
Yeah.
the rookie, who's
Yeah.
getting past everybody, and then you better not look left because who's going to be there sooner or later?
McNeil's right there, or Hutchinson's going to be there, or even Pasquale.
Yeah.
But I want to see my man from Egypt. I want to see our new number 7 pick. I want to see him.
The
in
assassin.
there.
is his
Assassin.
nickname.
I love
The
it.
assassin
On the
is his
phone with Dan
nickname.
Campbell. I'll die in the field for you, Coach. I'll die in the field for you.
Can I tell you something?
Ah.
When you hear that from a player,
Yeah.
and he knows how serious Dan Campbell is
But
about
he
dying
was
on the field
serious
for him.
about it too.
He was
though.
dead serious about it. You
And
know?
you're right. And then apparently Sheila Hem Ford, they said she started crying
Oh,
when he
man.
said that.
Yeah.
They did said she was tearing up, going.
Mm.
She wore that right now.
Right.
You know.
Salute to Brad Holmes for shoring up the offensive line that I thought was going to be
Oh dear God.
take a step back.
Oh God.
You got Ratledge, and
Ratledge
then
is
you
the
wait
guy.
a minute. Wait, he is the guy. But you ready for this? How about the 4th round grab and probably the next best guard from LSU?
Frazier.
Period.
Frazier.
Period. How about that?
I saw that.
Fourth-
I went,
what do you mean you saw that? SEC, probably the second
Scream
best
it.
guard in the whole country.
no, when I heard the name call.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Yes.
You know, we're on a podcast. Motherfucker.
Okay, yeah.
And I just did. I did. And I meant it sincerely.
Yes.
And, got the looks.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you
And
what.
Brad
when, you're-
Holmes
when I start kicking the couch,
Mhm.
when I start kicking the couch, that's it. That's when I know. That's what, everybody, the roommates all get out of the room. People split. My ex-wife
The-
would leave and go shopping.
The only
would-
team that I thought that had there was 2 other teams that did phenomenal in the draft. And
Giants.
no. Oh yeah, Giants had a good
Giants
draft.
had a good
The Giants aren't a threat.
No, but they did good. That is good.
That's good.
Scattered.
The only 2 other teams that are a threat
All
that
right.
did just as good as the Lions are the Ravens
Right on. Right on.
and the Eagles.
We go to the Ravens in week 3,
And the Eagles.
and the Eagles did
The
well
Eagles again, their first 2 picks, hands down, got such great picks at the position that they drafted. It's unbelievable how Rosen just continues to do that.
too. If you're coming down to the Detroit Coney Road, 6953 North Hayden Road, just south of Indian Bend, if there's one game you're coming to, Sunday night, the Lions at the Eagles. It will be mayhem in here. It will be
Before then, we got the Baltimore Ravens on Monday night.
and then we got Pittsburgh on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
I mean, we
What's
got
up? We're playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
And Christmas. We got the Vikings on Christmas. You can get
There's
it on
nothing better.
Netflix.
Because, guys, everybody knows Detroit Coney Grill closes on all the major holidays
That's right.
for all of our employees, for all of our customers. We get to watch those games at home.
I will watch it at home because Thanksgiving I do a big. I do a big orphans
Yes,
party.
you do.
My
God
house is
bless
packed
you.
with a lot
God
of
bless
people.
you. Yeah.
They got nowhere else to go with Thanksgiving, but we turn it into the most fun on God's earth that you could have. Football
Yeah.
and turkey, and that's it. Period. We live with John Madden and die by John Madden. Football and turkey on Thanksgiving.
There's no question about it.
And the one lady makes a turducken. She makes a great
You know
turducken.
what? I've heard of them. I've never had
It's
one.
great. It's really good. You got to make the duck crispy, but
Yes,
it's really
there's
good.
no question about it.
She does Peking duck and sits it in there, dude.
Who makes good Peking crispy duck here in the valley?
I couldn't tell you.
Back home in Michigan, I can name 3 or 4 people.
I can name 4 right off the
I
bat.
can name a whole bunch
Oh,
of them.
Rickshaw.
I
Rickshaw.
can
I think
name a
that's
whole
my
bunch of them.
favorite place.
Yeah, I knew Dave personally.
Yeah. I would think that, but we do turducken and we have all these people. And last year, when it was a Chicago game and Caleb Williams froze, right? And we won the game because he didn't know what the hell to do in the final seconds. That place is a madhouse. I mean, I'm a football fan. I'm a Lions fan. I'm going, throw the fucking ball. Spike it.
Yeah.
Call a timeout. Do anything. Just don't stand there.
Yeah. All right, something to say about the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
The Lions fans that absolutely know me and know my stance know exactly how I felt after 2 years ago, the NFC Championship game against the 49ers.
Yes.
Let me just remind everybody of what went through my mind at halftime when we were winning 24-7. I have a packed house in here. There's no seats. There's standing room only. People are standing, eating their food.
Yes.
There's a tent outside. Okay. And at halftime, I walked outside on my own and said, David, what are you going to do in 2 weeks? Are you going to Vegas for the Super Bowl? You've never been to a Super Bowl for the Lions. You'll never get this chance again, most likely. Or are you staying here with all the dedicated fans and you're going to run your business? I had no idea what I was going to do at that moment.
I know.
But that idiot, or I should say idiots, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, made my decision for me. Guys, let me tell you something. Chicago is so ecstatic that they're getting this, rah, Ben Johnson. And I have nothing against Ben Johnson other than I wanted him gone last year after we ran the ball for 150 yards and scored 2 touchdowns against the 49ers. Best ground game in the league. For sure, best ground game left in the playoffs.
No shit.
Okay? And we ran the ball a total of 6 times in the second half.
That's
Ben
right.
Johnson, hasta la vista, baby.
No, he can go
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's starting to get worried now
Okay.
because he was so successful that I think he was worried about his success and not the team.
Yeah. And I got a chance to watch the game on the NFL Network all by myself in my house alone. Doesn't matter that I've coached football. Doesn't matter any of that stuff. I have eyes just like all you other fans out there. It has nothing to do with that. I watched him just consistently leave 6 and 7 in the box against the best offensive threat, the best offensive player in the league, Christian McCaffrey,
That's right.
without making a single adjustment and just not bringing a safety down, not adding another person inside the box. So I wanted both of those
Not letting Jack
coordinators
Campbell
gone.
ghost him.
I
Letting
wanted- yeah,
Jack Campbell
exactly.
ghost him.
I wanted both of our coordinators
fucking
gone
bad.
after that. So the fact that we have 2 new coordinators, I'm a happy camper. And by the way, our
Kevin
new
Shepard.
offensive coordinator, Morton. Oh, now
John
we'll get to
Morton's
Shepard in a second.
oh yeah.
I'm
Morton's
sure.
the guy.
Listen, let's make the offense a lot less complicated. Let's get back to basics, kind of like what Harbaugh did. Hey,
Very
we're
good.
running the ball. We're going to tell you we're running the ball based on our formation.
And we're still going to run it
And we're
down
still
your
going to
throat.
throw it, and you're going to have. We want you to stop it. We dare you to stop us. Now,
Yeah.
that run is going to create play action. We all know what we have in Jared Goff. We have a great quarterback.
Yes, we do.
But he's great only when it's play action and play action works.
Yes.
And we got to get that
And he
running
hands the
game
ball
going.
off.
And he hands the ball off.
You
We
hands
gotta
the
get-
ball off enough so you throw the play action.
So you throw the
That's
play
it.
off.
It's
You
that
got the
simple.
weapons. You got J-Mo.
Oh, dear
you
Lord.
got St. Brown.
St. Brown.
And we got the Tesla.
We got the Tesla. We are driving a Tesla.
We got
down
the Tesla.
6'4", 217, just a pounder.
4-4.
4'4".
6'4", 217, 4-4. He has not dropped the ball in college, ladies and
No.
gentlemen.
No.
I know he didn't play. He has 0 drops in his collegiate career. Go look it up. Don't take my word for
Oh
it.
my God.
Go see what he did in the Hula Bowl.
Well, and
Go see what
apparently-
he did in the Senior Bowl. And lucky for us, those are the only bowl games that he did because other people would have known about this kid. But
After
leave it to
they-
Brad Holmes to go find that diamond in the rough.
And after they picked him up, Tesla,
Yeah.
there was a phone call from Lamont St. Brown screaming, "Thank you, thank you, thank you,
I
thank you."
can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
because the other
6'4",
thing-
he can play the slot. He can play outside. He can play. Come on,
he
man.
blocks like a mother.
Yeah, he does.
He blocks.
So
You know who blocks really good too? Jameson Williams is a blocker.
he's an underrated blocker.
He really
He's an underrated.
is.
St. Brown's a lot better blocker.
Ooh.
Jameson Williams is an underrated blocker.
Oh.
But Williams blocks when he wants to. That's the difference.
Yeah, but he wants to a lot sometimes.
He does.
It depends on who he's. If it gets a block of safety, he'll hit him because he hates safeties.
He has to.
He has to.
Those are
That's his
the only
job.
guys
That's his job.
those are the only guys that can guard him.
Yeah.
He already bleeds the guys off the line of scrimmage. The safety's the last man standing. He has to hit the safeties. J-Mo, baby.
Okay, that O line. Holy smokes.
Fixed it.
Fixed it. The
In one
D line.
draft.
D line fixed it.
Fixed it. One draft.
Then you look at receivers. Got the guy we
Yeah.
needed. We needed it
So-
outside guy. We needed a Cooper Cup, and he's a Cooper Cup. Right? He'll get out there and get free.
I
He'll just
really
get out there
believe.
and get free.
I think he can.
I do
think he
too.
can. I think he can.
But my and then Hasu. I love my guy. The
Oh,
new
sure.
edge rusher on that line. I think he's going to throw him in there. And that's why I can't wait for preseason because they're going to throw him in there during preseason. And I want to see how this kid reacts. I really think we got a future star in this kid. And Brad Holmes we trust. We just got to go with that because that's the way it is. Now, we have some work here. The first game that we play this season will be July 31st. We will be here, of course. and it'll be the San Diego Chargers, Detroit Lions in the Hall of Fame game, and the first preseason game of the year. And if I tell you, and I mean this sincerely, we have 12 nationally televised games this year.
Saw it the other day. I showed the schedule to my daughter Lily. I said, "Hey,
Absolutely, how's she doing?
She's doing great. She's helping me a lot at the Gilbert location.
Oh, that's
she's
so
run for me. It's full service, so she's in charge of all the servers and all the front of the house.
Dee and I are going there for lunch Tuesday.
Let me know.
So, well, yeah.
Let me know
I want to see Lily. See if she's there to say
I
hi.
think she'll be there Tuesday.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So I handed
Anyway.
her the schedule. I said, "Hey, anything you see with the blue on it, that's a prime time game."
Yeah.
And Lily, she said, "What does that mean?" I said, "It means all eyes are on the Lions. It's the only game people are going to be watching." So
We led the
Yeah.
league. We led all of football last year in people in audience.
So I heard
Right.
this. I heard we were the best, most popular team
Yeah.
on NBC,
Yeah.
CBS,
ESPN.
Amazon. The only one we weren't was Fox.
Which is funny,
Which
right?
no, not really, because I get it. Fox has their teams, and
But they have a strong network too. They do a lot of Cowboys, Eagles, NFC East.
that's who
They
they
do
do.
a lot
They
of
do the
NFC
NFC.
East, so,
They do
yeah.
a lot of the NFC.
And unless the Lions are playing, then they'll put that on.
They'll put that out.
But yeah, we got some great ones. You want to start with the opener, buddy?
We got to go quick.
All right.
I got to go. I got to
Okay.
beat Rush Hour Traffic.
Start with game one. We got the Lions at the Packers, an afternoon game, 9-7. Go.
Can't wait for that game.
I can't either. I can't. I swear to God,
Can't
I
wait
can't.
for that game.
I swear to God.
You ready for this?
Hit
It's a
me.
win.
It's a win.
That's
Right
a
on.
win.
I think so.
That's a win.
I'm with you. The Bears at the Lions, the next game. Now,
Win.
the Bears are here's.
Win.
It's a win because I don't think they're going to be able to handle it. I
Mhm.
don't. The Lions at the Ravens. Now, I'm calling a win for one reason only: bloodthirsty payback. The way the Ravens beat us 2 years ago, and Dan Campbell's got the team to do it now.
I got to give him a loss.
Okay.
I don't want to.
No,
but
I know.
I do.
Browns at Lions. Never mind. The Lions at the Bengals. Now that's a one. Yeah, that's a morning game. That's one of our 10 o'clock games, 11 o'clock games at that time. I like the Lions and the Bengals because you got the safeties to cover those receivers out there. Because you're talking some big receivers.
I don't think the Bengals defense can stop the Lions from putting up 40
That's
points.
huge. That's really huge.
I got
You're
the
right.
Lions.
All right, and here we go now. Lions at the Chiefs. Sunday Night Football.
37-35. Somehow, some way, Patrick Mahomes finds a way of beating the Lions during the regular season. It's going to be his first win against the Lions.
Okay, it is too. Yeah, Goff is 3-0 against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Bucks at the Lions.
I think this is the redemption game that you were talking about.
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay.
I think this is going to be at home. I think we have to win this game going into a bye because we don't want to go into
Well,
a bye with a loss.
That was my next comment. We finally got a bye in the middle of the season instead
Yes,
of number
yeah.
4 last year.
Oh,
All right.
yes, yeah.
We finally got a bye in the middle of the season. Then comes the next game, and it's an 11 o'clock game. It's the Vikings at the Lions, and it's a win.
J.J. McCarthy, welcome home.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pleasant.
No. Somebody named Aiden Hutchinson's going to say hi.
And the new assassin.
Yeah,
He'll be
he'll
ready
remember
by then.
college days. They're both Michigan boys. Okay, Lions at the Redskins, a 2:25
All right.
national TV game of the
So-
week.
So
We got the team to beat them.
here's the thing, is we have the Redskins and the Eagles
Right.
back to back. The only thing I say is we're losing one of those road games.
Okay.
I don't know which one it is. We're losing one of those road games.
I can't see that. I can't see
You-
that.
So you only have us. So you only have us losing one game right now, only against the Chiefs.
No, I have two. I have two.
What do you have?
Against the Chiefs and the Ravens.
No, you said we got the.
I
Ravens.
want the Ravens, but you mentioned yours, and I said, okay, we'll go along with that.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll go with 2. But anyway, I know. I think they're going to take both of them because they're going to be so fired up.
oh, wow.
So fired up.
Wow,
And that
okay.
Eagles game is a Sunday night game. I can't wait for that. Then we get the Giants at the Lions. It's a win.
Yep.
Packers at the Lions.
Again.
A win.
A win.
Cowboys at the Lions. A win.
Win.
The Lions at the Rams. Hi, Matthew Stafford and boys. How are you today?
We're
And
gonna
that
beat
will
them.
be
We're gonna beat them.
national TV. Then Pittsburgh at Detroit. That will be fun to play.
It's gonna
We'll
be
win.
fun. We're gonna kill them.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun to watch. Then the Lions at the Vikings, and that's in the middle of that's Christmas Day. That's one on Netflix. All right, and then the final game of the year is the Lions at the Bears.
Yep.
And that might be on Sunday night. That might be flexed.
I got 13-4 this year. What do you got?
I got 14-3.
Got
I
14.
got 14. Last year I went 15-2. We got
Yes,
it.
yes.
Although the 2 losses, I thought we won. The 2 losses, I thought we were.
I got
we were gonna get.
13-4 this year. I just think we're gonna lose one of those Redskin Eagles game. I think we're going to lose the Ravens, and I think we're going to lose the Chiefs.
Okay.
And then we're going to lose one of those other games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
going to be too much fun.
I also think that we're still going to get the number 2 seed. I think Philly definitely gets the number 1 seed. Their schedule is almost a cakewalk
Yeah.
because of who they play in their division.
Yeah, they're
You know
gonna,
what I mean?
they are gonna cakewalk.
They're
They'll
gonna
sweep the division.
They're going to sweep the division, and I have us beating Philly in the playoffs this year.
Oh man,
I do.
Please
I
let
do.
us do that.
I do.
David
Mike,
Nager,
love you, brother.
thank you
Gotta
so much.
go.
You
Got
will
stuff
be
to
here.
do.
We
Thank
know
you so much. I wanted to do this. I'm glad I made it.
I really am too. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for getting
All right.
down here.
Thank you.
Just
Lions
feel
in the
right doing it
Desert
without- yeah.
podcast. Subscribe now if you haven't
right.
already.
That's right. Thank you so very much, David. David Nager, owner of Detroit Coney Grill. He's going down to Gilbert. And like I said, 1422 West Warner Road. And just go have a good time there, folks, because it'll be there. It will be happening. And I'm going to go back to my regular podcast, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to re-go through some of the games here. We get into it, and we see it, And it's like David said, we can't be so diehard like me, all right, and crazy enough to think that we'll win all our games. This is a very tough schedule. But I think the saving grace on this schedule this year is a bye week in week 8. We're smack in the middle, folks. I think that's going to do a lot to calm things down and have things going. And then I have for the last couple of days, it was really hard when they were doing the release game because I'm watching the Tigers and I'm watching the release at the same time and getting excited about both of them. And it was absolutely crazy. And, what the hey? I mean, let's go back to a couple of our, let's see, where am I here? It's so busy. All right, let me get some stuff. What I'm going to do is take a quick break, get some more material out because David walked in. All of a sudden, I didn't have all my stuff out. So give me about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back, and we'll continue this fun chat. Did you notice that we have opinions? Yeah, think. It's not over yet. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go through the whole thing. We just talked about it again. Only a little slower, perhaps a little more efficient. But the two are starting talking football. Yeah. Interrupting each other. It's great stuff. That's how I like it.
Oh, really? Oh, I think you told me. It's 4 of them, right? I don't think you showed me. You just tell me about it. Actually, that'll be good for you guys. You guys like to cook at home. With all the actors. Probably it's good weather. It's perfect for all the summer plants. Right now. my hair. I'm working on watching these parts of Thursday sometimes to take time after it. No, I'm working here, and then I turn on my leaves and I live on it. 3 days over there, and then here.
Oh, okay. Back to work, huh? What a wonderful session. David Nager coming down and talking to us about, the Tigers and the Lions. I mean, the Tigers doing as good as they do, good as they're doing right now. It just does float me off my brick. I can't believe that half the time. Well, do we do that? Now, a couple of, I was doing some subscribers and friends of mine that I like. I'd like to give them a shout out. QB Development over there at 8165 East Indian Bend Road. It's actually right behind Albertsons here in the parking lot. Very good faith-based development company. They have their 6 steps that they include you in, and you're totally in the whole time, right? If you want something done, kitchen redone, house rebuilt, house built, everything. Development is it, right? So there's 6 steps is why your dream, your job is to bring the dream to them. Their job is to make it come true, right? They're that kind of guys. Like I said, they're faith-based, they're hard workers. They have nothing but 5 stars in all the ratings. Go on Google, look up QB Development. You'll see 5 stars everywhere because these guys do one hell of a job. And then what to expect, right? What to expect. They bring you in on the design. They say, how do you want this? So they design it right around what you want. Very good at that. They'll have a board meeting. They'll have people there. Then they'll do the design and give you the pre-design. Changes that want to be made, you make the changes. Then they do the other thing too. And this is a very important part, okay? They get the permitting, right? The permitting phase, right? So they submit to all agencies their work, all right, to get the approval, state and city and national codes, utilities, street access, all of those things. They take care of that. So they'll go to work and they'll take care of that. And then the construction goes on. You are welcome to watch them do the construction. You're welcome to stop by and say, what's going on? What's this? What's going on? Because a lot of people don't like that, right? No, you're the owner. You're the one paying for this. You go right in there and you just say, hey, look, how's this? What is this? And they take the time to tell you. I know these guys. I know how professional they are. I've known them for quite a few years now. And they just do that good. Then, after the construction, that's it. You just enjoy it. You take a look, you walk around, whatever you had done, and take the joy in it. All right? They're good people. They're wonderful people, totally recommended by me. And I'm a tough guy to please. All right? You got to be good. QB Development, 8165 East Indian Bend Road, suite number 103, okay, right over here in the Indian Bend Business District. And like I said, faith-based, QB, Quality Builders Development. Give them a call, say hello to Party, 602-830-9755. 602-830-9755. Okay? And they're done. Now, my other one I would like to talk about, a friend of mine, and where is she? QB Development. Well, we got a lot of people here. Anyway, so JVN Cleaning. All right. Amy Quintero is the runner, the owner, and manager of the situation. If it's a non-residential cleaning, right, they'll take care of it. Like you want to prepare a B&B for people coming over, they'll clean it, make sure it's all tip-top. And when they leave, they'll come back and make sure it's all tip-top. Okay? You have dealerships, you have a business, you have something you want done, give Amy a call, all right? Give her a call. I'm going to give you the number in just a moment. I've known this lady for quite a few years. She's worked with a lot of friends of mine that I know. A good cleaning job is in the works if you want hers. If you just, want somebody on a regular basis that does a good job, this is the lady you know. It really is. Amy Quintero. Give her a call at 480-845-2370. 480-845-2370, and she'll be right there for you. I'm going to go through some games, give some more shout-outs, and we'll just move right along here right now because this is just too cool. Well, let's do another quick one. Over at Marquia, Indian School, all right? Indian School on 101 Road, and you've got Marquia there. Go say hello to Robbie Lemon. Now, we got to play the Rams this year. He's a Rams fan. Give him hell, I say, and then buy a car. A really good salesman, down to earth, friendly, good guy, right? So, Robbie Lemon, give him a call at 480-425-5300. 480-425-5300. We'll continue. We'll go on with all this as we go. I am watching all the Lions games. I catch them on MLB Network or wherever I can, and I listen to them on MLB Network. Listening is still fun. I still love it. I grew up listening to ball games. The transistor radio underneath my pillow. Ernie Harwell and George Kell talking about Al Kaline, Rocky Colavito, and Norm Cash, and Dick McAuliffe, Don Wirt, Willie Horton. Come on, man. Listening to all those and trying to hide it from Mom. And I think she knew we were doing it anyway because we would sit in front of that TV. I remember the day that Al Kaline broke his collarbone out at the right field. He was making the catch. Fell over, and my brother and I freaked out. My brother and I, we were around 6, 7 or 8 in that neighborhood. And we just freaked out royal that the Tigers were done and Al Kaline's going to die. Mom's telling us, no, relax. Great memories there. The Tigers are worth watching right now if you catch them. I caught them on TBS the other night when Javi came up and hit that 3-run homer. He was just walk off. It was wonderful. It was so Hollywood script, picture perfect, and the fans just went just crazy. It's just so fun to watch. So fun to watch. The Tigers will be playing 3 games with the Blue Jays coming up, starting tomorrow night. Probably be the first team to go to 30 wins, and that would be so cool to watch. It's just nice to see your team doing well. The other part of it too, downtown Detroit is so gorgeous right now. They've redone the whole thing. It's beautiful downtown. The big park along the river, 30-acre playground for kids. They're finishing up right by the river too. All the restaurants, hotels, just the shopping, the food. It's exquisite downtown. Remember we had the draft there last year. 775,000 people going to the Detroit Lions draft. They go to Detroit for the draft. You just can't beat it. And now with the Tigers going on, downtown is just as busy and crazy, right, as when the Lions are playing their games too. Everybody loads up downtown and goes down there. They got the big speakers outside of Comerica Park, so you could hear it. You can't beat that at all. All right, and it's fun to watch the Tigers. The pitching is excellent. Everything else. Scooball's got over 60 strikeouts now. Where are we? We're in May. He's got 60 strikeouts already. He'll win again. Cy Young will win. He's just that good. Okay, now let's go back to the Lions because I want to go through the Lions game for myself, and I might change my mind. I might not. The Lions and the Packers. The Packers had a decent draft. Nothing really big. They did draft a wide receiver, which is something they normally don't do. You look at the coach, old Mr. LaFleur, Matt LaFleur, and they're going to play good this year. I don't think they're going to be as good as last year. They got people that have left, or people that are injured, and I think Christian Watson did not turn out to be the draft pick that they thought he would be. I really don't. Then you look at the Lions; they're healthy and they're ready to go. That defense is really excellent now. It's really going to be big, and I love Shepard. Kevin Shepard on there as defensive coordinator. That's going to be fun. I also have a lot of respect for John Morton on the offensive side, and it's like David was saying, he's not going to cloud their heads. They're going to play simple, solid, in-your-face football. And that's the Dan Campbell way, and we love that. I'm taking the Lions to beat the Packers in the opening game. We're opening with 2 division games because then the Bears come to Ford Field. It will be packed. It will be crazy because, Ben Johnson will be there, and they want to see the win against Ben Johnson. And he'll get the same treatment as Matthew Stafford. We had a lot of respect. You were with us, but now you're the enemy. You're on the other side, especially with the Bears. The Bears had a good draft. Can't knock that. But the defense people they got, our offensive line is so improved with the addition of Ratliff and Frazier. And they can just walk right in immediately. To see Ratliff next to Penei Sewell and Frazier next to Taylor Decker and in between Frank Ragnow in the middle, that's quite the sandwich. I'm telling you what. And there's no mayonnaise involved, no mustard, nothing. These guys will just hit. They'll win it out. You got 2 good blocking tight ends. You got the receivers that block. Amon St. Brown blocks well. Jameson Williams underrated. And this guy Ratliff is a knockout. He'll knock people out of their way. I just can't see it any other way with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery behind. I just can't, especially against the Bears. Montgomery is always good because the Bears didn't let him be a player. They just didn't let him play the way he wanted to play. So I'll take the Bears on that one. Now the Lions at the Ravens. I think it's a payback game, and I'm really up in the air about it because the Ravens have improved too. They had a good draft too, but I'm not gonna underscore Dan Campbell team anymore. I'm not gonna even give that one a call because it's just too close. If I was a bet man, this is one game I wouldn't bet on. Either of these two teams could surprise. Either of these two teams. They're both really good teams. But I lean towards my Lions because I'm a Lions fan. Okay. The Browns at the Lions. The Browns are a mess. They're a total fuck show. Deshaun Watson's not doing anything. They don't. They're just not ready. They're just not ready. It's such a. We were going for Myles Garrett. Remember that in the offseason? Wanted Myles Garrett as a defensive tackle for Detroit, defensive edge rusher, and he wanted to leave, but the Bears offered him a lot of. The Browns offered him a lot of money, and he stayed. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm taking the Lions, of course. Lions at the Bengals. Now, everybody's giving me this crap about, the Bengals have this. Jamar Chase, have good receivers. Our back is good. Okay, you got Brian Branch, you got Kirby Joseph, you got DJ Reed now from the Jets, and you got Terrion Arnold, who's going to improve in 1 year. He's really been working hard at it, and he can't play the way he played at Alabama. That's where all the penalties came from. He gets up there and just hits you, knocks that ball out of their hands, and ends up in penalties because they're all pussies. So, no, he'll be so much improved. I like the Lions at the Bengals. Lions at the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be the first time that Patrick Mahomes beats Goff, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is 3-0 against Mahomes. He's won every game he's played against him, including that really incredible 55-51 win against LA and the Chiefs. So, no, I'm taking the Lions and the Chiefs on the road there. Now, the Buccaneers-Lions, I'm taking the Lions, and that's a 4 p.m. game, which means it's an afternoon game, and 2 o'clock around our time. Lions are on national TV, and they know it. And the Bucs, Baker Mayfield plays well. There's something about the Lions. They don't beat him. They always beat him. The Lions always beat Baker Mayfield, so I'll go with that. Vikings at the Lions. That's a win. I'm not even going to bother with thinking anything else. Then the Lions at Washington, Lions at the Eagles. The 2 big road games coming up. I would go with this. I'm taking them over Washington because we'll have a full, healthy team this time. And they'll remember that loss. It's going to be a real revenge game. This is going to be Dan Campbell's finest in coaching, I think. You'll see them really rocking them up. They really will. And then I see, here's the other one now. You got the Eagles, and they have a wonderful team. The Eagles and the Lions, I think, are really evenly matched. I think they're the 2 most evenly matched teams on this list here. Evenly matched. If it ends at a tie, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it will, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to give the Lions a slight edge. Whatever way it happens, it'll be 3 points either way. I can't see it being any bigger than that because these 2 defenses are going to play their guts out. And I promise you that Alex Anzalone and Jack Campbell will have a lot to say about this game. I love that. Then the Giants at the Lions. Now, the Giants don't know what the fuck. All right? They don't. They lost Danny Dimes. I just can't see it. No, the Giants at the Lions will take it. Packers at Lions will win that one too. Then the Cowboys at the Lions. That's a 6:15. It's a Sunday night game. And it's a Sunday night game because of the Lions, not because of Dallas, because they all favor Dallas and America's team and that's good bullshit. But no, it's a Lions game against Dallas, and I'll take that. And then let's see who we got after that one. Lions at the Rams. It'll be fun. This might be the trap one for us. I don't believe in trap games. This might be the one that they'll be prepared, but it might not be as good as we think it would be. Excuse me. Then Pittsburgh at Detroit. I have a million friends in this town from Pittsburgh. They will all be down here rooting for the Steelers. And this is almost like every boss I know, every person. I have so many people that are such Pittsburgh fans. And I hope Brandon Bingham comes down from Arrowhead BMW just to watch this game. That'll have to be a good time. It'll just be a fun atmosphere in here, and it's a good game. It's an afternoon game too. After that one, with Lions at the Vikings. and that's at 2:30. That's on Christmas Day, and you can get it on Netflix. They're on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Can you believe that? Of course, we'll beat the Packers on Thanksgiving. And then the final game of the year will be the Lions at the Bears. Now, everybody keeps talking about playing in open stadiums. We have a lot of open stadiums we're playing in this year. Quite a few of them, matter of fact. Look at that. The Packers, the Bears, the Ravens in open stadium, I think. The Browns at the Lions. Bengals, Chiefs. Wow, Arrowhead's an open stadium. So's the Eagles. So's Washington. This will be fun. But the Lions and the Bears. But I think it'll be a cold weather game. And I think it'll be flexed that night if anything is going on. I don't know if the Bears will be prepared for the playoffs or what have you. But then it'll be the Lions. And that's the schedules of my picks. It's early. We've still got 4 months for kickoff. We got June, July, August, September. About 4 months. A lot of stuff's going to happen in between then. We'll see the preseason games. We'll see the practices and just try to figure it out from there. I think it'll still be a whole lot of fun. I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon. Let me talk about a few more friends of mine here because it's just so cool, the subscribers I have. From Arrowhead BMW, Cole Louderman, Internet Manager. Now, if you want to buy your car, go to arrowheadbmw.com. And Cole Louderman, ask for Cole. Try to pick out his name. He's there. Or call him directly at 309-339-1844. He can take you through the entire process of buying a car on the internet. You can do that nowadays. It's amazing to me, but there it is. You got Russ Smith. Every man's every man, and just probably one of the nicest men on earth at 623-386-9200. 623-386-9200. My buddy Russ. Eric Pereira. Eric is very laid back, but he's very on his toes. I've watched him on the phone with people. I've watched him work, and just very easygoing, but right on his toes. Very alert. Doesn't let a moment pass. Good person to talk to and have buy your car from. And then give Eric a call at 480-486-4270. 480-486-4270. Paul Kettner. Just the easygoing kid under God's earth. He wears incredible shoes. He's a real fan of the expensive shoes, or not really expensive, but showy. Not really showy shoes, but he's a good guy. He's really good at what he does. Another salesperson to talk to at 480-334-8878. 480-334-8878. I go from there to two wonderful friends of mine. Okay, Lester Perales and Nettie Davenport. They both work at Chapman VW. So if you're in market for a Volkswagen, and they got some good electric ones too. The ID9 is a very cool electric car. And somewhere up on Volkswagen, they always have so much space inside of them. Even a Beetle. I remember back in the day in a Beetle, there was a lot of space in the inside. You know, they like that. They like the room and the openness. Chapman VW. That's Lester, and he speaks Spanish. So if you want somebody who's Spanish speaking to say car, Lester's the guy. 480-424-3560. 480-424-3560. Nettie, the girl next door, the sweet all-American girl from Iowa, Nettie Davenport at 520-213-1421. She has a way. That's the only way I can describe it. She has a way with people. She'll have a way with you. She studies very hard. And I know she knows everything about the cars that you need to know about, right? So go see our girl, Nettie. And once again, her number is 520-213-1421. Yes. Holy smokes, I'm starting to get. And Sean Sakari over at Hyundai. Sean Sakari I mentioned separately because he is a powerhouse. Hyundai has got a lot of different kind of cars now. They've come out with new models. They have wonderful people working there. Sean stands out. Big fan of the Cardinals, and loves golf, right? But good sports guy. But when he's walking out in the lot, you know he's working. You know the man's working. He's a really good guy to buy a car from, and he'll make sure everything is tip-top perfect, right? Or we'll go to Matt Burgess and Andre Laza, who are his managers, who are good friends of mine too, and they'll take good care of it. A lot of these, I know all these people. I wouldn't be recommending them if I didn't. You got Wright Honda, and I'll do one more here. Wright Honda, you got Gibby, Rocky, and I'll tell you what, Hunter Bridgman. But you got Gibby. Gibby's been there forever. Gibby's been there about at least 15 years. Knows everything about cars you're supposed to know. Him and his partner, Rocky. Rocky's in the desk right next to him. Rocky's so easygoing. The difference between two, the one who's very talkative and outgoing, and Rocky's just quietly talks to his people and sells a lot of cars because of his quiet demeanor. And Gibby's just like so happy someone's buying a car. He's happy for you. All right. A call to either one at 480-778-2440. 480-778-2440. You got Gibby, you got Rocky the Rock, man. Good people. Now, Hunter Bridgman is really probably one of the most professional looking people I've ever seen as far as car salesman. Always dresses nice, always ready to go, right? Has a demeanor about him that's business. And people who are down to business want to go in and buy a car, get a good deal. I do recommend Hunter on that. But he's very down to earth with it, very honest with it, and very direct with it. He's the guy you really want when you go down there sometimes. I know a lot of people just want to go in and talk about their car, what they want in the car. Hunter Bridgman. Okay? Hunter Bridgman at Wright Honda, and he'll do that for you. All right? Let me give you Hunter's number because these are all personal phones. Call Hunter directly at 614-974-8770. 614 or 619, I think it's the 4. 614, 974-8770. Those were all my people. You heard us talking about the Lions. We talked about the Tigers. It's that slow time of year. We do a lot of chit-chatting and a lot of dreams, a lot of hopes for our teams. And the Tigers will keep going. We'll see you next Thursday afternoon here. The Tigers keep going. The Lions are ready for a wonderful, wonderful season. And I pray you come down here, Detroit Coney Grill, and 6953 North Hayden Road. And it's like David said, this place is packed. It's very happy during the games. And we just have nothing but a good time. Go Lions, go Tigers. I love you, City of Detroit. And everybody watching my podcast, I appreciate it. Subscribe, give a like, whatever it is that people do. And I hope to see you next week. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye.